All right, so then let's move on to our next question here. I mean, I think in all these cases, a year and a half roughly is sort of the time frame here. Now it's 6 exams. Of course, ARE 4.0 is 7 exams. You could conceivably take them. I've heard people take them 1 week apart, 2 weeks apart, 1 month apart. What, Debbie, has held you back from taking those, or had held you back from taking those exams even faster?
Well, the biggest break was definitely waiting for the 5.0 to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other things that held me back was after I was in the middle of moving from Virginia to Kentucky
Mm-hmm.
around the time that I started testing, and I was living with my parents for the transition for
Mm-hmm.
a few months and commuting 3 hours a day into work. So I would have gone a little bit faster, but it was pretty hard to get all of the studying done in with the move.
Yeah. So life kind of got in the way a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Jake?
Uh, I think 4 to 6 weeks was pretty good timing. I wouldn't want to push myself too much faster. I think for schematic design, I only took 2 weeks or a week and a half for that one, just because it was a vignette only, and it was during the holidays, so I just wanted to knock it out
Mm-hmm.
for Christmas. So I mean, I think 4 to 6 is pretty quick. You can get them done in a year.
Okay. So you'd argue that that was just fast enough. Okay. Jonathan, how about you?
Yeah, the whole 4 to 6 week thing to me just seemed like it was a very manageable pace, because I didn't want to necessarily rush too quickly through the material, because one, obviously you want to have a good grasp on it, but two, if you failed the exam, you wouldn't be reimbursed for that. So if you're going to go in and make the financial commitment to take the exam, you want to make sure that you gave yourself the best possible chance of passing. And 4 to 6 weeks to me seemed to be a very comfortable threshold. But me taking about a year and 8 months to get through it was a series of life events. Whether again it was vacation, I have a long commute as well. So there again, the study hours weren't necessarily as much as I would like for them to have been per week, and some other things as well. So that tend to pop up.
Yeah, I guess I wonder, not knowing everyone's sort of stage in life, I wonder, does anyone wish they would have taken the exams earlier? And I'll let you guys just sort of speak up if you do. And by
I
that, I'm
definitely
sorry,
wish I had.
earlier sort of in your career. Sorry, Debbie, I cut you off.
I wish I had taken them earlier. My original plan was to take them during my maternity break with my first child, and that didn't really work out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have 3 kids working full time, and I have a side job where I'm a portrait painter,
Oh, man.
and somehow there's so much more time in the day now.
That's awesome. Anyone else? Jake, Jonathan?
Well, for me, I started taking my exams only having 1 year experience. So
Oh, wow, okay.
there's not really much there's not really much earlier you can take it,
No
than
kidding.
that. So
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive.
No kidding. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's nice to take them early because you really learn a lot just studying for the exams. I think I waited about 2 years before I started testing, and that was good because I didn't have too much real world experience to cloud what I thought NCARB was looking for
Mm-hmm.
on the questions. So I think 1 to 2 years if you can. Obviously, like you're gonna have less potential for life issues to come in the way with scheduling. So you get busier as you get older, more into your career. So just get it done early if you can.
Yeah. Debbie, how far along in your career were you when you took them?
Well, I had worked 6 years, and then I took off about 6 years with my 3 kids,
Okay.
and then I took the tests when I started back to work
Okay.
after that.
So you're at plus or minus 12 years or so.
Yeah. I don't think you could take them after a year or two. Where I was living,
Mm-hmm.
or at that time,
Mm-hmm.
I totally would have if I'd been able to, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was an option.